Hello guys, welcome back to Let's Go Far Together. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, give it a like so this can grow. I'm doing this for you guys, for those of you who like soccer, football, however you want to call it. But this is mainly so you can grow yourself into better players. And as much as I know that I can teach, whether it is to coaches that are new or to the players that I coach, or just to the players that are out there that are just trying to learn positioning and just abilities that they can incorporate to their game. Without further ado, let's get to it. Today we're going to discuss something that we done on our last game on the second half, which is from a 4-2-3-1 into a, let me say that again, the one, obviously the goalie, 1-4-2-3-1 into a 1-3-4-3 with two DMs, but one trying to defend, one trying to attack, but we didn't get that completely down. And obviously there are three strikers. I have struggled in my mind to figure out how to make this work so the kids are not overwhelmed, so we don't leave a bunch of space behind, and so we can actually complement each other without running out of legs because we have a small squad. If you have the same problem, you're gonna have to find a way to make it work, especially for the wingbacks, and that makes sense in a second. Now we have our goalie. We're gonna have our three center backs, one slightly behind the other. In Spanish it's called libero. I think in English people understand that word too, but mainly it means the free guy or the sweeper. The literal translation means free guy. We have two DMs. One will be, as the numbers reflect, more defensive than the other. And generally players are like that. In our squad ourselves, we have two. Doesn't matter who we have there. It doesn't matter individually. You guys are always, somebody's more defensive minded than the other guy. Now, normally this is like a flat line, and these are a little higher. So, but what I want to do is I want these guys operating on the half spaces. This is the central areas, right? This is the central area. This is the wing over here. Over here is the wing too. And this are your half spaces. Okay, we're gonna have these guys operating those half spaces, but we'll get to that more. But that's the reason why it's like that, and this, so this guy can help support the midfield. But I'm gonna try to make this brief. This is an oversimplification of the way I want the system to work. Again, because we don't have a large squad to where we can afford to burn out these guys and just put somebody else in. So if you have either a limitation on the subs that you can use in your league, or like myself in our team, just not enough players so that you can rotate those positions often, we will go with the goalie. Again, the three center backs, one is a libero. These guys must step to the ball, and they done the guys that I have in my team done great on the last game, especially these two guys, because this one is supposed to stay back, because if he goes and he gets beat, there's a big gap in there. So he stays back and supports this guy, and this one covers. So this one covers, this one presses if it's over here, cover balance, but most of the time the heavy pressure is going to be done by these guys, which is why they're going to have to run a lot. But hear me out. This is how I want it to work. This is the free man. These guys must shift together as they pressing, to one side or to the other. The two DMs, one's going to be more attacking than the other. And during the game, I'll tell you who is going to be more attacking, who's going to be defending, or just in general. If you see the six going, then the other guy comes in behind. Okay, to protect instead of staying wide and leaving this area open, because if this guy goes over here to support the attack and we lose the ball, by the time you get over here to cover, you already beat and they already go in our back line. So remember that. Just shift over to be behind the ball. That way you can also offer the drop, and then from there you can try to switch it or just swing it. If you don't have the strength to switch a 30-40 yard pass, then put it to your cam, and then your cam puts it to the to the wingbacks. So we have 2 DMs, 2 wingbacks. But the way I want them to be, I want them to be mainly attacking. They will be coming back, but I want them to be mostly attacking because, I don't know, it's just my way of thinking, but I always say that we need to die of something, meaning that we need to have a mentality that if we're struggling, just have a go at it and just see what you can get out of the game. Okay, and our season is coming to an end. We've been struggling the last 2 games with the other system, and the kids really like this system, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna die off something. So I'm gonna try this. We're gonna go at it. We're gonna go hard, and we're all gonna do our part. Me teaching you guys, or you know, if you're a coach, teaching your players, and my players on actually trying to perform the specific roles that I want them to perform. The cam needs to support whoever is the man on the ball. So if the wingback is coming up here, he needs to come in and try to support, so then when the ball comes in here, he can send a ball in between the strikers into there. Okay, it doesn't mean, the fact that they are in the half spaces, it does not mean that they are going to be operating in the space. It means that they're going to be there so that they can move the players. Now, if there's an opening here and we can put a ball straight through the 9, then that's great. But if not, we can come over here and send it back. Send it through the middle for the other striker to make a cutting cross. Same thing on this side. You're gonna support the DM, so you're gonna come here. Always at a 45-degree angle, roughly. You can't be right in front of him because mainly you're gonna be in the same lane, and now you have 3 players in the same lane. We do not want that. We don't want any more than 2 players in the same lane at any given point. So you come in here and support, and then from here you can pass to this wingback, or you can take it and turn it and pass it this way, or pass it back to this wingback, so this wingback is swinging over. But that's what we're going to need to do a lot. We're going to need constant movement, and always stagger. Do not be flatline, because if we're flatline, we're going to get cut the same way that we're trying to cut their back line. Someone steps to the ball, and then we put a ball in behind, and we're on. All right? Or you take the ball and you put it on your wingback. Meanwhile, you attack the box, and at that point, we should have all these guys trying to attack. So we should have 4 guys going into the box or in the box. The 1 guy on top of this is zone 14. This area here is zone 14, ready to finish anything that goes in, comes back, and just finish that. At that point, you just want to finish that play, because more than likely, I don't know what I done here. More than likely, we're going to be a little slim at the back. But this is how I want us to look when we're coming up to attack. All right? Now, the best part about this formation is that just by its natural form, we force the opposition to the wings. Because if you guys look through the central spaces, we have 9 players. If you put a line all the way through here, we have our goalie, 3 center backs, 2 DMs, our cam, and our 2 strikers, all through the central area. So no matter what, the ball tries to come through here, we're going to squeeze here, okay? With the line pushed up, obviously. If the ball tries to come right in through the middle, if they just skip our DMs, then we have 3 guys right here to battle out, which is exactly why I don't want this guy hanging way up here. We will press on the goal kick. We will press high. We'll press we'll press the center backs like this, and we'll press the wing backs like this. But I mean their left backs or full backs. But my wing backs, I don't want you to be too close to this guy, because if the ball comes in behind, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So you give that guy a little space, and then you squeeze in as the ball's coming, so you don't give him time to turn. All right? But if you feel like you're going to be in trouble, just delay. Make that decision, make that call yourself. That's what soccer and life is about, that. Making decisions and just going for it. Okay? Worst case scenario, if you make a mistake, you find that out really fast. Instead of just dilly-dallying there and be like, oh my goodness, we just got scored on. No. Attack. Pressure. Okay? But don't hang there so low so they can just put it on behind you. So high, I mean. Now, the bad thing about this position is this right here. And it's exactly what I was telling you about, because this is called in soccer the undefensible space, or indefensible. I don't know exactly the right pronunciation of that word, but it means simply that it's very hard to defend this space. But what I want to do is, my wingback comes and tries to defend the ball. This guy's going to step in. And what I want is for one of my DMs to become the other center back here. And this guy will cover this space, and the opposite wingback will become the DM. So we don't have to do that much running with these guys. So if the ball gets switched over here, for some reason, let's just say they swing it over, this guy will get over there, this guy will cover, this guy will drop in, and everybody shift. Okay? We all shift together, and just making sure you guys are making sense of the situation. Always you have to be between the guy with the ball. This is what I saw on the last game that I didn't like. We have our guys defending directly on here, or trying to defend with the outside. If you're defending with the outside, you're giving him the ball to the space to go towards the area where he wants to go. You need to be here, and we do that a lot in practice. We work a lot on this. So I don't want to see this anymore when you're in the wrong place. You want to be here so you can force this guy to go that way, and then we can pile up on him, and we can get our team right to where we can defend the zones, defend the players running in. Obviously, by the time we get in trouble, these guys are back here. But make sure that the DM supports here, or the wing, if the left-sided, for example, in this case, the left-sided center back supports, then the DM drops in to the space. But overall, I'm excited to try this. I want to see how it works. I'm excited to see it working, and I want us to trust each other. Okay. When we get in trouble, remember, if you're here and you got players at your back, just drop the ball so this guy can pass it forward. We need to go back to go forward. Always find those passing lanes. Be confident in yourself, and don't be afraid to take people on. All right. For those of you who are wondering, those of you who are new wouldn't know, but those of you who are wondering why I shave my head, it's just, I do that just at random. More than anything, mainly because I don't have any kind of attachment to my appearance, the way I look, or the way I dress, or anything like that. Has nothing to do with the way I feel. So whether I have bold, long hair, ponytail, it doesn't matter. I'm always me, and I'm always myself. So if I can teach you that, it's just a life lesson. If you have joy within you, it's not happiness, joy. Happy, you can be happy about getting a candy bar. Joy is being just completely rejoiceful within yourself. Then you will never be disappointed, let down, or at least you won't feel so harsh about bad things happening in your life, or just, simple things about like people teasing you, whether it's about the way you look, the way you dress, the shoes you wear, things like that. Okay? So don't let that get in your head. Be tough in here, and then you'll do better in life. All right? Love you guys. See you soon.